So these are the After Drive on a Thursday, today being the 7th of July, the year 2022. Big shout out going out to the news team that's for the 7 p.m. news. More news is going to be had. That's going to be at exactly 8 p.m. And these are the After Drive with Eltee. Slim Daddy Kaznell for you, and welcome to the segment Where Are They Now? And tonight I'm joined by none other than the man with the great song Beneath My Voice. And his name is Taurai Mandebvu. Yo, Mr. Taurai.
Eltees, what's up, my guy?
What's going on? What again?
I'm good, man. You know how it is, eh? Took me a long time to be here, but at least I'm here now. You know how it is.
Yeah, that's what matters. Hey, if you can do us a freestyle for this jab that's playing Beneath My Voice.
Baby, I can be a better man. Oh, take my hand, let me rescue you. I can be a better man. Oh, take my hand. Tiende ku Power FM with Eltee in the house, yeah. With Eltee in the house, baby.
Don't forget BB, so I got BB.
Yeah, with BB in the house, yeah. With BB in the house, where you belong.
Let's do this for you. I think I deserve a round of applause.
Donkey. Thank you, Siabona.
Okay, Mr. Taurai, welcome to Power FM.
Yeah, Mr. Eltee.
I think it's been a while since we last heard from you.
Yeah, true. And yeah, I'm glad to be here.
You're glad to be here, right?
Because I'm sure a lot of questions and answers need to be put through.
I've got quite so many questions for you.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's why you're right here.
Yeah.
Right. So I understand that before you became an artist, you used to be a dancer. You started off your career as a dancer. My Rama Jive him, Dad.
Yep. Dancer / choreographer / artist. Yeah, I used to dance and choreograph for Leonard Mapfumo, Kool-Aid of the industry in the urban grooves sector, and the great also Mr. Rockford Gold, Rockford Josford. Baskai. Yeah, did a couple of tours. They groomed me before I got to be set free into releasing my own music.
Right.
And that was a good thing, because what I started off with was music, but then the music wasn't released until I had enough grooming. I thought it was another experience that made me grow before, and I didn't expect that.
Okay.
Because that was something new, where you I know I'm ready for the industry because I've got the voice here and there, blah blah blah, music / passion. But then, since they realized that I've got the dancing and the choreography on point, brought me into the Chambembe family, through Take 5, TBA, the late, rest in peace, great. And then, voila, everything just came out as planned by God, because I'm a Christian and I believe that happened for a reason. It's a point in time whereby you just don't realize what you need to do, and it happens in the way that it's supposed to happen.
Okay, so if I can hold you up right there, can you take us through that experience as a dancer before you became Taurai, the artist? How was life for you as a dancer, dancing for some other artists? Like you mentioned, you've been a dancer for Leonard Mapfumo. Shout out to Leonard Mapfumo. You've been a dancer for Baskai. That's Rocky.
Yes.
Yeah, so we would want to know what was that happening to you during that time when you used to be a dancer? I mean, to my Rama Clark, Dara, I get to tell people my dance, but I would want to know during that time before the Taurai that you are right now.
Well, during that time, it wasn't really about a specific dance.
Okay.
It was about a specific art creation through the music that was there. Yeah. So, McClark's, honestly speaking, it was way before that.
Okay.
Way before that. That's 2003. So, we would choreograph anything that's got to do with music, like the natural music in your ears, your heart, your mind, creating something that would entertain people nationally, hoping that it will go internationally. Taita magala, taita ma bars, ma weddings, ma corporates, it was that time. So for me, I didn't think it would be that adventurous, but since I had met these guys that had already started making it at that time, I then enjoyed it because I toured the whole of Zimbabwe with that.
Okay, so how is life different for you as a dancer and now as an artist?
Then, honestly speaking, there was a continuity because I love dancing, I love music. So there was a continuity. It's almost like them making me learn to fly into the industry. Then when they realized that I could fly into the industry, they let me go. And I didn't expect to be at that level. To a certain point, you're expecting to just bloom by yourself, but then you can't do anything by yourself.
Yeah, like what they always say.
Yeah.
All right, so what is it that made you to move from that particular side of the industry, from being a dancer and then now the artist that you are today? What is it that pushed you? I think it's high time that I gotta do my own things as Taurai, as an artist. What is it that pushed you? From you to jump on from the other side of the music industry to you being on the bigger picture on the other side?
Well, it was the main reason why I got into the industry that made me push myself to that. Because it's not like music was brought to me by force.
Okay.
I started doing music whilst I was at primary school, entertaining people, not knowing what it would get me to.
Can you remember maybe what grade you were in?
I can say since grade 1.
Grade 1.
Grade 1, Chishawasha Primary.
You're already doing music?
Yes, grade 1 to grade 4, Chishawasha Primary. Then grade 5 to 7, Groombridge Primary. And then from 1 to 4, that was St. Paul's Msami. And I'm sure everyone that attended school with me relate to what I was then, but not knowing where my direction with loving music and entertaining actually as a package, not just music, because I would also act, I would also do modeling, I would also do, a whole lot of other things.
All over the place.
I was all over the place, not knowing where I was going, but yeah.
Okay, so when exactly
through my parents.
When exactly did you discover yourself? I think I can do this.
I think. Okay, before I met Rocky and Leonard Mapfumo and the Mafreak crew and the XQs and
Fumos.
Yes, because I worked with all of them. We were all in the same stable, which was Chamembe. Mm-hmm. So there was the XQs, there was the Tererai, there was Ngoni Kambarami, there was the ones that I mentioned, Rocky, what. And then Trevor Dong was also there. And then looking at Maskiri, mm-hmm. It was like a bunch of young, energetic youths that really wanted to entertain because they felt like they had something in them, without any one of us judging each other or underestimating each other. But that whole lot was just like pigeons flocking
okay, but Taurai, I feel like you're running away from my questions. My question was, which year exactly did you discover yourself like, I can do this music thing?
2004.
If 2004. It was in the year 2004.
2004 into 2005.
Okay, and where were you? What were you up to?
Chamembe Plus.
Chamembe Plus.
Yes.
Okay.
Take 5 then brought my track onto the list through these guys that I talked about. That's Nyeredzi.
Okay.
That was my first singles. Okay, that was my second single actually.
Okay.
Because I had recorded with TBA, who used to work with Take 5, doing the Chigutiro compilation number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I had Chido Chango there. So that's when everything started shaping up, because I was still okay when I did the single with TBA on Chingutiro. Everything was starting to materialize through the grooming that I was getting from the producers, the singers that became my bosses, which is Leonard Mapfumo and Rocky. So it's kind of shaky for me to really say that point, but then it was a constant thing, growing, but I'd still realize that I can do this.
Okay, so you say Nyeredzi was your second
Yes.
offering, your second project.
First was Chido Changu.
Chido Changu.
Yes.
Okay, Chido Changu, was it a single, an EP? What was it?
It came from the Chigutiro compilation number 1.
That compilation.
Yes,
Okay,
which
so it was
had the 2 BGs. It also had
quite so many artists. So
Yep.
basically, it was a single on that compilation.
on the compilation.
Okay.
Same with Nyeredzi, came to the compilation
Again?
Chamembe Plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let's talk about the first release, your first project. How well was it received with your fans?
I think it was received well because I started getting recognition from the Radio 3 DJs before
Okay.
it transformed. It was just months into transforming into Power FM.
Okay.
Yeah, if I may put that.
If you can mention some of those DJs so that we can...
Leander Candielo, Bubbling Bee, Innocent Chuma, The Mailman. Right now we also have the current...
Okay, so
the list is long, but
endless,
it's very pure, and they supported that movement, that urban groove movement.
Okay, so that was your first song to get on to the on a public forum, on a public radio station, like which was then Radio 3.
Yeah.
So how was it for you, like hearing your jam, your song on a national radio station?
It was awesome because I mean, that's the dream, right? So you're trying to make something come through to you, and it comes through so hard, like you can't even take it, because it's like an Muhammad Ali against an amateur fight, right? Muhammad Ali is like saying, "Give me more, give me more, give me more," and he's giving you more than
what you were expecting.
I wasn't. You know what? What I was expecting was not what I got.
Okay.
Because you're like putting yourself on the underground and you're saying, industry wholeheartedly, but then everything else that comes through to you is like unblocked punches that are coming like so much harder than anything. But then you're wearing gloves when they're wearing gloves when they're punching you, so it's a bit softer, but you're being inspired by those punches, like da, 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 da. And it's like you're gonna win the match, even though you're getting so much hard punches.
All right, so let's talk about your inspiration musically. Who inspired you to get into the industry? Apart from you being a dancer for Rocky, like you mentioned, Mapfumo, and all the other artists.
Yeah.
Who is it exactly that inspired you? That you're like, I think one of these days I would want to be like this artist.
Honestly speaking, I grew up in a musical family, but not that they did music. They bought instruments.
Okay.
They bought so many records, like, my turntables and all that. Nema, record the achu, Anitika, a good player.
Okay.
That's my dad, my late dad. Respect to you, Golden Mandebvu. Then my late uncle that followed him, which is Obet Mandebvu. Then my uncles, and then my mom as well. In that, they used to play good music around us, like me I'm the firstborn, then my siblings. So that got me into music somewhere, somehow. And then I think they inspired me by the way they followed music. Because they wouldn't miss a latest release of any album of the Kenny Rogers, the Dolly Partons, the Lionel Richies, the ABBA, UB40, you name it.
Okay.
R. Kelly, yes, Kid Sweat, Blackstreet. Yeah. We can go on and on.
So basically, it is your family that inspired you to get into the industry.
Yeah.
And what about speaking of our own Zimbabwe music industry? Don't you have any inspirations?
I do.
If you can mention some of the names that inspired you, apart from your family. Yeah?
Yes. We've got the likes of. Let's talk about Andy Brown.
Okay.
Let's talk about Oliver Mtukudzi. Let's talk about the Tembos. The let's talk about. There's a lot. Chimbetu. So that right was like a follow up, because remember all the other people that we're talking about were international, and then there's the local. Then getting through to understand that there are young people that are really inspired by who they were inspired by. Inspiring you was okay for me. It got into the list of the Leonard Mapfumos, Rockies, XQ, Stana. There was KV. There was Trinity. There was Mafrik. There was all those guys. Ngoni Kambarami. All those guys released before me, like their first singles. And then having an age, being in the same age group.
Okay.
Right? Being in the same type of field of energy when you meet them just before me starting to record, right? Extra large, you name it. I got inspired by those guys because of the energy, the age, and the time
that you guys came up in the industry.
Yes.
Okay.
And these guys started way before me.
Okay.
Just a bit before me, like maybe let's say 8 months to a year. So that as a group just made me feel like, okay, fine, you know what? I can do this, because this was like the era. Sani Makalima involved with Delani, being a producer as well. Take 5 coming through. It's, for me, I think it's a bit different. Why? Because some people would name a specific person.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, myself.
But for me, it was like that generation.
As a whole.
Inspired
you to...
Yes. With the elders also taking part of that type of movement, because there was Step Aside movement, remember, which involved the Snipers,
okay,
the Plaxidis Wenyika, It involved, let's say, Sani as well.
That was under Delani, right?
Yes, under Delani.
Okay.
It involved Roy and Royce. It involved quite a lot.
Okay,
because it was a package that was just set at once.
Okay.
And it's different from saying this guy is like recently, like for now. What is so there is there's a certain person topping, right? Like you'd say, okay, maybe there's Holiton, there's Tammy Moyo, there's Takura, there's Nati O, there's Popton. They all have certain seasons, right? If someone wants to get me from where I'm coming from, there's a season that all these guys are topping up, like a 4 month or 6 months or in between filling up. But then with Urban Grooves, it was like a package which was a compilation. And this came out at once, and the DJs at that moment would play that package as was. The two BGs involved. You get it?
Right.
So you cannot really pinpoint and say this, because we were all in the same timeline.
What about there's some people that I once had saying that you sound more or less like the man Rocky. Well, what's your take on that?
Great voices sound alike. Like definitely great voices sound alike.
Not like, I mean, just because you once worked with him. So basically, it's natural that if something like that happens, you more or less take some of some characters from that artist. You know.
We could say that, but you know what? It's not exactly like that. Because we all have like this very husky, you know, baritone type of voice when we speak and all. And then grooming wise, yes. And then production wise, yes. And then releasing wise, yes. So great voices sound alike. He started off, and definitely he's greater than me.
Okay,
you get it.
All right.
I give him that respect because there's nothing that you can take away from Rocky in terms of his voice, his creativity, and all. And that's why DJs on the Radio 3 transforming to Power FM, we're almost like comparing us as soon as I left the pack.
Like his band. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Because dance-wise, song-wise, voice-wise, we were having this graph that was playing on and off with almost the same margin. But then, more experienced as he was definitely supposed to take over because he's the one that taught me the other skills that need to be implied into this industry.
Okay, what is it that the man taught you musically?
Confidence.
More
confidence to like how you produce how you release your voice onto the record and then also onto the stage.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
And that I give him so much respect.
All right, thumbs up to the man Rocky. And let's get into your first album. Do you have an album inside your name?
Unfortunately, I don't have an album.
You don't have an
my
album?
Name. Yeah.
Okay, it's just single after single.
Singles after singles, and people are expecting an album. Yes, I know. But
okay. All right.
Soon it will come when the time comes.
Okay, so let's talk about, was it the year 2002 or 2003 when you released Better Man? Which year was it?
That's 2011 to 2012.
2011 to 2012.
Yeah.
Okay, can you take us through that song?
Better Man was more of an experimental song because I just thought maybe there was a gap between people releasing too much Shona songs with a little bit of English, and then not a complete English song. There was a gap because yes, other artists had released English songs, but they still had to wade through the sea of the Zimbabwean industry by not being accepted fully, but at least being accepted, whether it's 60-70% or somewhere there. And then I released 2 songs from that. I don't know what we call it, because there was the Shona song, which Bubbling Bee used to love.
Okay, which one is that one?
Give me a moment to rethink about it, because you know how it is. I just got into one of those phases where I'm thinking about how the Shona song was appreciated. Ndimbundi Kire is Ndimbundi Kire. Ndimbundi Kire Lavi, Ndimbundi Kire Nerudo, Ndimbundi Kire Lavi, Ndimbundi Kire Nerudo, Usinga Peri Patino na na na.
Yeah, I think I remember that one. I think it had that reggae.
Yes, exactly.
Conscious vibe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was the first preference, but it had to be joined with Better Man. So on the sleeve and the disc, that was Ndimbundi Kire number 1. Choice number 2, Better Man.
Okay, so what was it exactly? Was it like, obviously, it was not just a single. There were 2 songs on that. Was it a CD?
Yes, it was.
Okay, so what was it?
The experiment of Taurai Mandebvu before becoming Better Man.
All right.
So, Azain, the beat maker, used to be based in Avondale. I'm not sure if he's still there.
Okay.
Azain, the beat maker.
Is the one who recorded the song? Right?
No, he's not the one that wrote the song. But
recorded the song?
Recorded the song, yes. Thank you, Eltee. Recorded the song, and he had given me that discussion whereby I should open up my box and find out what else that is my strength in music. And then I was like, okay, fine, let's give it a shot. No 2 ways about it. We'll do it. I had written an English song, which was Better Man. Then I thought I was going to record one. He gave me another recording set. I did Better Man from Ndimbundi Kire.
Okay.
Surprisingly, Better Man took over to whatever.
Right. What inspired you to write the song Better Man?
Better Man. I'll be honest. I know honesty doesn't sell. But the truth is, I just felt inspired by being a better person.
Being a better person.
No matter what.
Generally.
Just being a better. Then it came into a love song.
There is no woman who inspired you, maybe a girlfriend or something, or I don't know, whatever.
Not even. Because not even. Because this is more like someone who's trying to snatch
from somebody,
from someone that is not doing the best.
Okay, the right things, not touching the right buttons.
Just doing it right to the woman.
Right.
Just doing it right to the woman, and then came from there.
Not even maybe something that happened maybe in your hood or something.
Nope.
Maybe there's a guy who wasn't treating his girl so well, and you're like, I think
it was a bunch of the ordinary other lifestyle that people live in, whereby a woman or a gentleman is not being treated right when they're doing their best to love someone.
Right.
So I took it in my own perspective and say, okay, fine, I'm a man, so I need to be a better man.
Okay.
Yeah, and then, yeah.
So how long did it took you to write and record the song?
It took me roughly, let's say, about a week.
Just a week?
Just a week.
You had recorded and
written.
wrote.
And then we had a first verse that I'd originally written. Had a listening committee to Better Men, since Azain was so much interested in that song more than Dimundikire for some reason. Rewrote the first verse again, and then came to what it is today.
That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any retakes? Oh, you can come back tomorrow. Maybe the sensor is gone and stuff like that.
I mean, that happened.
How hard or easy was it for you to record and finish the whole song?
I cannot recall the real madness to it, but the goodness. Why? Because it was an exciting moment whereby you're writing an English song and you're hoping that it will be listened to a certain extent. So it was more of, okay, fine, I had taken a 3 to 4 years break, and me being into the studio got me to an excitement mode. Whatever it took, I would just jump on it. Why? Because I had taken a bit long to get back into the studio after Hana Yakunda Tazakuiziva, you know how it is. So
okay.
That time where I hadn't been into the studio and the time that I was in the studio, doing retakes or anything did not even frustrate me, but it excited me because I was enjoying the moment. It's not like the usual. It's not like the usual. Like, you wake up, okay, fine, you need to brush your teeth.
You doing something that you like.
I'm doing something that I like, and it had been long.
Yeah.
And
yeah, the much needed energy.
I had the much needed energy. Imagine gathering up energy for the past 4 years after, like 4 years after that.
Okay, let's talk about the song getting on the radio station, on Radio 3. Were you the one who brought the song right here, or maybe there are some DJs who had to look for the song and they had to play it right here on the radio station? Well, what was the experience like?
It was already Power FM then.
Okay.
It was already Power FM then. So we just made our copies, and fortunately enough, all the DJs were expecting something from me, because there was that, that expectation of saying, we have hyped this guy enough, saying that he could be the next one-to-one with Rocky, but then he didn't really match it up because of 1, 2, 3. But then he's got a good voice, and there should be something to expect from him.
Okay.
Then voila, it was accepted well because I had produced my material proper.
So basically,
doing everything that was needed.
Every
the cover. The cover of the CD, the print, the copy, what they needed in terms of
the presentation,
yes,
and everything,
and coming through here, dropping it at the library and signing it in. Then listening community comes through. It's well, scanned. If it's got hiccups or whatever, then boom, it passes that stage. The next stage was the fans.
Loving the song.
So
basically, all the Power FM DJs, they were looking forward to what you were cooking in the kitchen, behind the kitchen.
Exactly.
All right. So there it is. You had your song playing on a national radio station.
Yeah.
Where were you? What was happening? And the feeling?
Honestly, like, this is like one of those times where you're like, Saka, after 4 years, should I say, right? And then hearing the comments, because when it was being played, a lot of DJs were asking, what do you think of the comeback? What do you think of the comeback? My feeling was extraordinary. I felt over the moon. Like I was really excited about the response.
I'm back.
Like, I'm back.
Back with a bang.
I'm back with a bang. So yeah, and it got me so motivated that I just couldn't stay off online on my social media, trying to respond to whatever or calls that were coming in.
The response was just overwhelming.
The energy was still there.
Okay.
The energy was still there. Like, bum, 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 da, 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 bo.
Mama, I made it.
Yeah, I made it. Because a lot of guys, even the ladies, dedicated that song to their
women,
to their women and to their man, saying, "Good, all right, you are cheat a better man. We are cheating. I can be a better man."
Mm-hmm.
And so much inbox to my mail and all that was about, "Thank you for writing this song. It has made me come back to come back to."
Because I remember checking out
on both sides, because the women were like, I brought my man back into position.
All right.
And then the guys were saying, I brought my woman into position. I actually got back to my senses, like what you're saying.
Okay, I remember checking out the visuals. Like there's this gentleman who'll be that's sea blood. Like hitting.
That's actually the second video, if you want to know something.
There was another video before that one.
Yep, and it wasn't released. Then we redid this one, different concept, different type of.
Okay, well, what happened to the first video?
I don't know.
You should know it was your video.
Like, honestly speaking, it
is what it is.
It is what it is.
Okay, so if you can introduce the next song that I'm playing, okay, if you can listen through the heads, this is the song.
Hana. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Hana. Hana Yako, released in 2007, produced by Mark D. Yes, Eternity Productions. And I hope you enjoy it today as you enjoyed it since 2007.
Okay.
My lips are thick and smooth in gold. My temples zake anonisa mvura Masiso anobleka blasha maika Ibis mariacho wa isiega Uyati yava kuna nyada denga Ndogonzira shuka baby Ndogonzira shuka baby Ndogonzira shuka baby Ndogonzira shuka baby
So that's the gem Teroda Hana from the man right here in the studio. That is the Where Are They Now segment, and chilling with the man Taurai Mandebvu. My man's gonna sugar him down.
Vanika napia sisokana ndamboona ndikati hey aka maiweka ika aka ndikati already bo but ipapo ndaitotyira kure ndikangoti muri kunoti chi still aka rega ndingonyorawo something zvinoratidza kuti ndainspirewa nechi nelove uzi ndoda ukaziva kasupulupu kulelelekwa napiasi.
Okay, if we could know the name of that chick. If you can tell us.
Okay. Yakudaona nokwanisa kungobudisa kana ka 10,000 RDGs zvawitsi okay. Ka eco cash kana kakachi.
Kukumsasira mdani.
Yeah. Aiwa izvo zvakaizvimoona ndechi zvinorambisa.
Okay, all right. On to the next question that I have for you. Are you currently dating, seeing someone? Are you married? Are you single? What's going on in as far as your relationship life is concerned? As Taurai would want to know, because that is what all of these ladies are actually asking me on my WhatsApp platform.
I see. Yo. Vari kutoda kuziva.
Yeah, they want to know.
Right. I've got 4 kids.
4 what?
Kids.
4 kids.
Yeah,
the oldest one, how old is he or she?
She is 12.
She's 12.
A prefect at St. Marcelin.
Okay.
Doing very good at school. Yes, I'm proud of her.
Okay, and the second one?
The second one is 5.
5.
The third one is 3.
Alrighty.
The last one is 3 months.
3 months old. Yeah. Okay, nice.
Saka ipapo pa Jenny you need to know that there's somebody. How can I be a better person when better
for you to be a better man, there should be a better woman behind you.
Behind me, exactly.
Some things and Yeah, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So after Better Man, after Ndimbundikire, what then happened?
After Better Man, Ndimbundikire, there was Madi. You make me Madi. And then after that, I did release, but yeah.
But
I
remember Mud it used to be on the charts as well.
Yeah,
right on the station, and it did well.
Yeah.
But from then, yeah.
I got to release online, having certain, with this industry that is called music. Rather, let me put it into the larger bracket. Entertainment
industry.
Whether you're a sculptor, a painter, a designer, if it means you're designing houses, dresses, whatever, interior, what, and then you're a composer, you're a choreographer, you're a singer.
You're doing everything.
No, that's the larger bracket that I want to put it in.
Okay.
Because when you design something good, you're an entertainer. You've entertained the eyes of the people, which is wow. Whether you're a painter, it's a wow. Whether you're a dancer or a choreographer, it's a wow, right? You're entertaining. You're not just doing it for yourself and then you buy that from your own auction or your own store. No. There's a phase that most people will not understand, which is called the uninspired phase because of a certain downfall, right? So it happens to so many people, and I would give an example, but I wouldn't want to for certain reasons. But yeah, we all have our ups and downs.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
and it's not like I'm out and down of music. I love music and I want to do more of music, and I'm doing more of music. And I've done a gospel song to relate to that,
Okay,
Yes.
if I can take you some few steps back. So are you saying after Madi came through, that's when things went down for you? Is that what you're saying basically? What exactly are you saying?
Yes, in a way, yeah. I've written and released certain songs, but maybe they were just not
So good, maybe.
so good.
That-
Probably me not having enough confidence about the songs or the production personally, because the bar has been set high, and also me not believing in certain subjects of how we get to be handled as artists.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And then I just took another route to do things, which was the slower version. It's not healthy. It's not anything that will inspire anyone at this moment. But I'm just saying, be able to also face what is called a downfall to yourself, but not don't let it drown you. And yeah.
okay, so what's your take on people who actually say that after Namad that Pera Pepe Duje, there was no longer anything to talk about in as far as Taurai Mandebvu is concerned? Because I'd like to believe quite so many people last heard from you, maybe during that Madi time or era. That is, well, what's your take on people and what's what's your take on those people?
Kupera zvangu ini handisisipo. I'm not above soap.
Okay.
Kupera. Handisi jembi redollar rekuti unongodyayo utoseva nekanyama kako ka one piece in the next 10 minutes.
It's over. Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not over and done.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing other things, and that is me. Because right now I'm into BICs. BICs, I'll talk about doing your boardrooms.
Okay.
Yes. Your kitchens, your wardrobes. I'm also doing your walk-in closets. I'm also doing your anything that's got to do with boards, my reception counters, my office counters, SAI and it. Those are Ndruki.
Oh, that's what you're now into.
Yes,
Okay.
and I'm also into a bit of farming.
Right.
And then I'm also into a project that is just gonna be on another level. I'll not explain much about it.
But
so
Taurai,
music is me, and I'm not done.
okay.
I've got stuff coming through.
So are you still doing music?
Yes, I am.
Like, or you're not doing music as a part-time thing? You're now doing some other things like what you've just said. You're now into farming and all the other things. But for you, music is now more like a side hustle. What is happening in as far as Taurai is concerned? Talking about the musical side of you.
Music.
That's the Taurai that we know.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Music is what brought me to the other side, because I've got a market. It's not about really singing and then you sing and sing until the throat is old, reacting to over being used. And then to go to music is me, and I am going to release, and Acme Interior Designs is me, and Chikomo, right? So music is there in my blood, and I am going to release Andisati Danetane music. I'm trying to raise a certain type of budget so that I regain my status according to my international research that I have.
Okay.
Me having a budget about my projects, not relying on too many people about those projects, because that's the other thing that kills us, whereby you're saying ndichazopuwa kana ka Ranex song yayo enda chichi munhu wana kana ka 10,000 iyo Ranex kana kuti kana 3.5 hapana.
Right, let's see if we can take some calls right here. 4986524. That's if you want to talk to the man Taurai right here in the studio. So I want to send a big shout out to everybody that's watching us via our Facebook page. Shout out to you, the Facebook family. I've got big love for you, hey. So I'm chilling with the man Taurai Mandebvu.
Yeah.
Paul FM, okay. Keep trying 498651054. Those numbers get you live right here on your number one radio station, Paul FM. These are the After Drive on a Thursday at Eltee. The Where They Right Now segment. Paul FM. Hello, hi.
Hello. Mwanangu Riseiko.
Diribo Morisei moms.
Diribo 47 Alexander Mary tenda hapo.
Aiwa ndinotenda nekuti mafona muri kuteererawo futi chirongwa Morisei zvenyu.
Kanyanya icho.
Aiwa ndinotenda imi munoziva kuti aiwa tiripo ini mwana wenyu ndiripo ende music iri kuuya munozviziva.
Yesaya ngoma ndizvazvo.
Aiwa iribo from 47 Alexandra.
Thank you for getting in touch. Okay, 498651054. Those two numbers get you live right here on the After Drive Where They Now segment. Chilling with the man Taurai Mandebvu with the better man. Boy FM.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Hi.
It's Eltee.
Hello, how are you?
I'm okay.
Do you want to talk to Taurai?
Yeah, I want to talk to him.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Taurai, how are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
It's been so long. Hey.
Yes, it's been long. How's your Thursday?
I love your music.
Thank you so much. Hey, more is coming through.
Madi.
Yeah, you make me mad.
It's Eltee in Mutare.
Awesome kumakomoyo. Respect to you, man.
Boy.
Awesome.
Eltee.
Hey, hi.
Boy, Rekindara.
Bosha, thank you for getting in touch. Auntie, I love you so much. Keep listening. Okay. 498651054. There is only one line which is waking right here in the studio. Hi, fam. Hello, hi, how are you? Right, talk to us, Mr. Bless.
Tinotenda ngoma bless pa epas apa kuriseke ku epas. Aiwa isusu tiri bo muri kudi zvenyu muzuva ranhasi and what's up for the weekend? 5 star here.
Aiwa 5 star baba.
Ndobva ndati 10 stars kwamuri.
Baba.
Heavy chibaba.
4986520 So I'm just going to take the last and final call before we get to say goodbye to the man Taurai in the studio. Boy fam.
Hello.
Hello, zviri sei?
Madinda.
Aiwa indiri boy na mini muri sei chibaba.
Aiwa music yenyu yakaifamdara. Temptation katifa mtokwa.
Pamutoko here. Kumabuja.
Yeah.
Ikweyo.
Tiripo mdara.
Aiwa ndinoera shumba uyezve ndinobva ikoko emunoerei.
Tembo man.
Aiwa zvakanaka tiri wabodziwo mando.
Eltee.
My guy.
Madi.
Say boss.
Chibaba chakapenga ichi.
Chaipere.
Aiwa tisingambo timazinyowani.
But vanhu vari tichapera vanhu ndosa ndazozvitsvaga.
Apere zvekudaro izvi.
Haichinopera isipo nesadza.
Wakanyanya.
Thank you for getting in touch. Okay, bye to you. So you guys stick around for the news. Mr. Taurai, thank you for coming through.
Thank you as well, Eltee. Thank you for
awesome, hey?
bringing me here to the show. Awesome.
So you guys stick around for the news at 8 in East Point Film. This is Mobile Broadcasting Corporation. Time check. It's 8 p.m. Start time for the news.